Fractals, sphere creation, warping and coloring are just some of the effects that we all use in After Effects. This chapter will serve as an introduction to some of these effects. However, these are by no means all of the effects available in this vast application. I encourage you to practice with effects, not only the ones that we will see here, but also many others. Import the planet.jpg file from your Chapter 9 folder in your Project Files folder. I would like to show you some of the effects that I use the most in After Effects. Let's start with fractals. I'm going to create a new composition by clicking on the new comp icon right here, and I'm just going to name the composition Fractals. And the NTSC-DV setting is good. Maybe I'll change the duration to 5 seconds. So I'll just choose those numbers and type 500. Press enter, and then this is 5 seconds long now. Let's go ahead and create now a solid to place the fractals effect in. So Control or Command Y, I'm just going to call this solid Clouds. And the color of the solid really doesn't matter, although black is fine, because we're going to be changing the blending mode of this particular layer. And there you go. Now under Effects and Presets, I'm going to type the word fractal. There's two. There's fractal and fractal noise. Let's go ahead and choose fractal noise and add it to the solid. You can just double click it so that it gets applied to a selected layer, or you can just drag it to the layer directly, which is what I did. Let's go to the Effect Controls panel and take a look at some of these settings. I'll expand it a little bit so we can see it better. You can change the fractal type from basic to turbulent smooth, turbulent basic, etc., etc. And we're trying to create clouds, so I'm going to go ahead and choose cloudy. That all refers to how the fractals, how this noise is being displayed on the screen. We can also further change this by clicking where it says noise type and then soft linear, and let's choose spline. This determines the amount of smoothness that our clouds are going to have. See, they're very blocky here, a little bit less here, and finally the softer one is spline. We can also invert so that whatever is white becomes black and whatever is black becomes white. So we're starting to have clouds in here, a little bit weird looking, but no problem. We're going to fix that in just a little bit. Let's go ahead and increase the contrast and, of course, the brightness. And there you go. We can also go to the transform parameter here, and we can do things like rotate it and, of course, enlarge it. And that's not bad right there. We can also offset the turbulence, so if you don't like those particular clouds, you can just scrub this number either side to side or up and down. And you can change how your clouds are looking by just going to a different part of the turbulence. You can also make your clouds a little bit less complex. So I'm going to go ahead and lower this number for complexity. And now it's getting a lot softer. The last thing that I'm going to do is that I'm going to keyframe the evolution parameter so that it starts at 0. I'll move in time to the last frame of my composition, and I'll make this go around twice. So I'll type the number 2 here. And let's see how this looks like. And that's not bad. I'm going to go ahead and stop it. And now I'm going to composite this on top of something else. So you can place this on top of any kind of video, any type of still file or graphics. We have a file called planet.jpg, and this is part of your project files. Let's go ahead and drag this and put it in the composition, and let's have the clouds above it. All we need to do now is select the clouds and change the blending mode to a screen. And now it composites on top of the other file. Let's go ahead and RAM preview this. And you can see the clouds. This is a very easy, very quick way of making clouds for any type of work that you may want to use in After Effects. If this doesn't quite look like a planet yet, don't worry. We're going to do some more with this file in the next few lessons.